Hi, I'm Abby, and we're at 1 month of doing 75 hard. I'm going hiking today, so spend the day with me. It is currently 5:52 a.m. and I'm getting started on making some breakfast. It is now 6:10 a.m. and I'm eating. So the place we're going to today, it's actually quite a moderate hike, so it's not really strenuous at all, but me and my husband have not done anything like this in a while, and I just thought it would be really cool. We did decide for our hike to leave a little earlier in the morning just so we can kind of beat the heat from midday. Hopefully it won't be too bad. I'm really excited. This place has like a cute little waterfall. It is now 6:30 a.m. and we are on our way to the trail that we're going to today. So 1 month on 75 hard, that is absolutely insane. I have to say the number one thing I'm struggling with right now is burnout. I just wake up so often these days and just want to sleep and do nothing at all. The newness and excitement of it has completely wore off by this point. The pros, I would say, are that water does not bother me at all anymore, and I wake up so darn thirsty in the mornings. I do not struggle with it at all. For workouts, they've definitely gotten a lot more easier. I do like that I've gotten myself a lot of variety for at-home workouts as well, between steppers, the trampoline, the exercise bike, weights, etc. I've got different things to do each day, and I think that helps a lot, is the variety for me. Outdoor exercises, they're definitely still very hot and muggy, but I've definitely really enjoyed getting outside more, and especially on days like this, getting new scenery and such. It's really nice. I was not outside nearly this much before the challenge. Actually, I quite hated it, so I mean, I wasn't out there at all. So it is a big difference between then and now. So my husband just reminded me, and it is kind of crazy to look back, before I started this challenge, I could barely even walk outside. Anytime I walked outside, my ankles would get to me a little too much, or I'd have shin splints and things like that. I do still sometimes have shin splints. I really need to work on stretching more. I've said this for so long. But now versus then, I can power through a whole lap, not having to sit down or rest or take any kind of breaks. For the diet, if you didn't already know, the diet that I chose was very simple. I just did no soda, no sweets, no eating past 8 p.m., and fast food only once a week. So when I work out inside, I sometimes watch TV, and I'm usually watching these murder documentaries, and when the commercial breaks come on, they show this ad. I think it's like for Denny's, and they show like big old stacks of pancakes and stuff. And when I'm telling you that I could smash a stack of pancakes with syrup and butter and all the good stuff on it, I'm telling you, I could so bad. I find myself thinking about sweets more often right now than I would like. So with the reading, you have to read 10 pages of a nonfiction book each day. I picked up 2 self-help books at the beginning of this challenge, and I finished 1 already. I'm now on my 2nd. And I'll say it's okay. Like, I like them enough to where I read a little bit more than 10 pages usually every day, but I am missing my fiction books so much. I try to fit it in when I can, but usually by the end of the day, I'm so darn tired. So yeah, nothing too crazy for my 1 month recap, other than I'm insanely proud of myself for my commitment to this, especially with the working out. The working out I thought would fail me almost instantly, but I have kept up with it, and I really pushed myself a lot of these days as well. Like that first week, and even probably I'd say the 2nd week, I took it fairly easy with the working out, but now I try to incorporate weights, and I try to do the hard things besides just walking. But yeah, it's been a great first month, and I'm really excited to continue and see more of my progress. I will be sharing some progress photos with you. I'm trying to do that every 2 weeks, so I will include some in this video. Bye, car. Hopefully we can find you again. Oh my, this is kind of wonky. We're not really seeing any way to go further up at this moment, so I think this is where we'll stop. But it was a short hike, but it also got a little bit strenuous at the end there. You're having to walk over all of these rocks coming up. We just kind of found a nice little place to sit, and we are just watching the waterfall for a bit. There are a couple other trails that we saw back where we came from that we'll probably end up going on just to see what's there. Yep, this is nice. Also, you see how tan he is compared to me? Oh, that one was really good. I don't think that. Ah! I don't think this is a trail. Oh.
Oh my, that's a terrible idea. Give me your hand.
Okay, don't fall.
Be careful.
Get me.
careful, it's a little sketchy.
The trail actually ended up having a little bit more to it than I initially thought, so that's pretty cool. Got to be going on this trail down there. So my husband is not on 75 hard with me. He is, however, on his own weight loss journey. But we've decided during our weekends, at least once every weekend, to go out and do something different from my normal outdoor workouts. The past few weekends we've went swimming. Today we've went hiking, and I just have absolutely loved both. It has been so fun. But yeah, it's been really fun to mix up the usual routine with something like this that is not just straight walking outside. Yeah, when you're doing this kind of stuff, you really don't even think of it as a workout. So I found it so helpful. So to do these things once a week definitely keeps me feeling pretty excited for our next adventure, and it just helps all around. Well, this one just pretty much ends right here. So I guess with that, we are going to go back to the car and be done with this for the day. The sun is coming up and it is definitely becoming way more humid. As you can tell, I am sweating like crazy. And we are back. The only downside when we do something like this is that we forget to drink. For some reason, we don't, like if we're going swimming or hiking or doing anything that is not normally walking, we just will not drink the whole way. I don't know why that is, but now I have to play catch up. That was seriously a blast though. I really enjoyed it. We are now on our way back and it is 8:30 a.m. The coolest thing about that trail is we had it completely to ourselves. So it was so nice, so relaxing. We actually decided to go to this little lookout that we know is near this area. So I'm about to show you that. Okay, so we are now at the Scenic Lookout. We're just gonna step outside and enjoy the views for a second. "9:03 a.m. now and we just got done. Now we are going home." So we're now home, we're about to shower, kind of chill out for a little while maybe, and then go grab some lunch for my once a week fast food. I mentioned in my last video that I cross-stitched and somebody requested that I show them some of my works, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you these. This is my first one and the one that got me into cross-stitching. It was one of those little mini kits that I got from, I believe, Joann's or Michael's or something. So I have more of these, but these are the ones that I could find right now. Pokemon one that I had started a long time ago. This thing is huge when completed, and I guess I got overwhelmed and stopped doing it. This one is actually a pattern that I made myself. I was going to finish this up and have the pattern on sale on my website. I just really ended up not liking it. I spent so much time on it, I really just doubted how it looked, but that was going to be an Easter themed pattern, if you can't tell. And here's yet another pattern that I made myself and was going to have for sale on my website, but the same thing happened that happened with the Easter pattern. This just has a butterfly, moon, leaves, little clouds, and a sun. It is currently 11:56 a.m. I'm having to record on my phone right now because my camera decided to stop working completely, so hopefully I can get that resolved soon. For lunch, we ended up getting Subway. I got the foot-long oven roasted turkey and ham. It has hearty multigrain bread. It's toasted with American cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, red onions, black olives, sweet onion, teriyaki sauce, black pepper, and oregano. This is 700 calories for the full sandwich. This is really good. I got that sweet onion teriyaki sauce because it was one of their lower cal sauces, and it tastes really nice. We are both pretty tired from this morning. Can't lie, I wanted to take a nap for quite a few hours really bad once we got home. After eating a lot more and not being as hungry as I was, I guess I actually don't like that onion teriyaki as much as I thought I did. It's just very overpowering. It feels like that's like the main and only thing I'm tasting on this sandwich at this point. And now we are laying down, which is probably a mistake, but that's okay. It is now 3 p.m. and what do you know? We took a long nap, but we are now up and going to do my inside workout. Yesterday, my husband and I did one of those dance workouts on YouTube to where you follow along, and it was so funny, but we're so uncoordinated. We're going to do one of those again today, and then what we'll usually do on the weekends is go from the exercise bike, do it 10 minutes, then switching out with each other and doing weights for 10 minutes. So that's probably how we'll end our workout today. So turns out both of our legs are pretty done for the day. We're gonna go ahead and get our other workouts done. For dinner tonight, I am going to make these cottage cheese pizzas that I keep seeing everywhere. It sounds a little weird, but I'm very intrigued. For our ingredients, we have cottage cheese, Italian seasoning, 2 eggs, mozzarella cheese, pepperoni, some pizza sauce, and all-purpose flour. I'm gonna set our oven to 375. I'm going to add our cottage cheese, our 2 eggs, 1/4 cup of flour, and some Italian seasoning. Now we're just going to pour this onto our parchment paper. Now we're going to put this in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, so update, it weirdly feels kind of plasticky. Going to go ahead and add our pizza sauce, our mozzarella, and our pepperoni. And you know what? A little extra mozzarella for good measure. Now we're just going to pop this back into the oven until all of that is melted. Now we're going to take it out and let it cool for around 5 minutes. Okay, I'm just going to put this on this plate because I don't have a pizza cutter, so I will just rip it apart as I eat it. Wow, that is really good. I am so shocked. Once I felt that kind of plasticky feel that I did, I was not sure about it, but it tastes way better than I ever could have imagined, really. I wouldn't have minded if I tasted the cottage cheese, but you don't even taste it. I'm just realizing I have not done as good with my timestamps today, but it is currently 5:58 p.m. So the pizza was good, but it was so filling. I had only had breakfast today, and then the Subway that you saw, and now this, and I feel overstuffed at this point. My last vlog, you saw that I finished my book, The Let Them Theory. And so now I am on my second book. It is Don't Believe Everything You Think, Why Your Thinking is the Beginning and End of Suffering. So the book is all right. I am just really starting to not like the self-help books as much. If you have any good biography recommendations, please let me know. Because this is a small book, I'll be done with it shortly, and I would very much like something different. It is currently 6:36 p.m. and I'm going to sit down for a little while and work on coloring again. I really enjoy doing this. It is such a calming hobby of mine. So we are still working on this page that I worked on in my last vlog. "8:20 p.m. and I'm now done drinking my water. Now I think I'm either going to game a little or read and then go to bed. But it was a really good day and now I'm really looking forward to other areas that we can explore. I'm already looking for things that we can do next weekend. I do have two 75 hard vlogs, day in the lives, that I upload twice a week on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time and Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you'd like to keep up with me, consider subscribing and I will see you soon.